Hey y'all, so before I get this video started, let me give a quick shout out. These were the first 3 comments in my last video. If you want to be featured in my next video, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and come show me some love when I drop a new video. What's up, you guys? It's KeAmber Vaughn, aka CoachKe, coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, it's time for me to do my September budget recap. My September budget ended on October 6th, so I'm gonna go ahead and reconcile everything. If you guys want me to do a video where I show you how I make sure all of my numbers work pretty much before I come on camera, but basically kind of like reconciling my budget on a bi-weekly basis, and then I pretty much do the same thing when I'm reconciling the entire budget at the end of the month, please let me know, because with me using a credit card for everything, I have to make sure that what my expenses and my expense tracker are is what's in my Chase account, which is the credit card that I use. I have to make sure that all of my numbers match up in my regular bank account that I pay my credit card out of. And then I also have to reconcile and make sure that everything is showing what it's supposed to when I'm doing like this projected and actual at the bottom. So let me know if you guys want to see that process. So before I get to this page, I do want to go ahead and close out the budget on this page, which was the last paycheck to paycheck budget for September. So as far as the fixed expenses go, everything was correct. I'm gonna get out my erasable pens. I did have an unbudgeted fixed expense, which was $99, and that was Apple Music. And that was just something that I just totally forgot about until I actually put the budget out. So at that point, it just was what it was. So my total for fixed expenses ended up actually being $443.76 instead of $344.76. For the variable expenses, what I spent on the budget was $445.12. which was $91.38 under budget. I did save that normal amount, so let's go ahead and get down here to the bottom. So we got $42.83.61 was the beginning balance of my checking account. My paycheck of $1166.38 gave me a starting balance of $54.49.99. I subtract the $443.76, that was my fixed expenses, the $445.12 for variable, and where's my purple pen? The $408.24 for savings. $54.49.99 minus $443.76 minus $445.12 minus $408.24 gives me $4,152.87. And if you're new to my channel, I like to start my new budgets off with a balance of $4,000. So basically I took that extra $152.87 and I went ahead and I put that off into savings. And how I divvied this up, I did $76.43 to my miscellaneous / investment sinking fund. I did $38.22 to my car and $38.22 to my travel sinking fund, and that's a car sinking fund. So my reconcile down ended up being $152.87. All right. So let's go ahead and get back to the recap page. Okay, first things first is my nursing income. And I'm actually going to, let me remember what colors I used last month. So we did red and then red and green and black. Oh. Okay, so I know my nursing income ended up being this amount. My YouTube paycheck did end up being this amount as well, $265.76. And if you guys did not know, on my channel I do budget this out every month. I show you all of my like back office stuff, showing all of my analytics and everything every single month. And then I did end up getting a small Amazon check of $20.51. That's not something I budgeted for. I don't really ever look into my Amazon Associates account because it's such a small amount of money that comes like every couple of months that when it just pays me, it just pays me. So I budgeted $0 there. As far as the totals go, what I budgeted my total income to be was $2,598.52. What I actually got paid was $2,619.03. All right, so all of this is correct, but then this was there. Okay, so when it comes to my variable expenses, you guys know, or if you did not know, in my expense tracker, I keep track of my category balance the entire month. And that kind of helps me to stay under budget with different categories and stuff like that. However, I usually track my expenses like in real time. So when I come in from the store, I'll go ahead and track everything right then and there because I'm someone who loses receipts all the time. I did not do that this month, and it shows in my numbers because there were times where I'm like, I know that I bought like from different categories, but I don't remember how much was from each category. So I ended up just having to put everything into one category. The one, like if it was personal household stuff and shopping, but I know I had more personal household stuff, I put it in my personal household category. So I really screwed myself up this month, and that's something that does not happen very often, but I just was so busy like getting ready for the trip and everything else. Like it just was what it was. So you guys are going to see that reflected in my numbers, and that's also going to reflect in my grade because part of budgeting is making sure that you're keeping up with your expenses and tracking your expenses in the most proper manner for you. And usually when I have multiple categories on one receipt, I do split it up however it's supposed to be. So first of all, with let's do the fixed expenses first. The actuals are all what the budgeted part was except Apple Music, because I did not budget that at all. That ended up being an unbudgeted expense, and only because I just totally forgot about it. All right, so that's that. Go ahead and do this, and then have to use the red pen for this one. Okay, so let's get into the variable expenses. For groceries, I was under budget by $22.49, but that's actually kind of a bad thing because I only spent groceries on the last 2 weeks and I ate up all of that. So I know that part of it is because I was kind of getting back into my health kick a little bit. And then I bought like crab legs and, you know, stuff like that I wouldn't really buy on a weekly basis. So I know that was part of it, but I have to really be careful this month because I only went up about $50 for the month of October. So hopefully I can stay under that amount. Personal household, this is the big one. This is where I'm like severely under budget again because I didn't know where my receipts were. I don't know if I threw them away. I don't know what I did, but we ain't got them. So that's that. And I bought quite a bit. I bought some makeup, took some makeup back. I bought some underwear, personal items, like stuff for my wig for my trip. And some of that stuff could have possibly went into shopping, the shopping category. But again, I just couldn't remember what was what. So it just kind of is what it is with that one. For restaurants, I was under budget $43.28. For gas, I was under budget $28.50. So basically I only filled up once this month, which I kind of figured, but I just wanted to be sure. Shopping, I was under budget $107.97. And I know some of the personal household should actually be in this category. I know that for sure. For miscellaneous, I was under budget $71.68. Supplements, I was under by $2.71. Business, I don't think I spent anything in the business category, so I was under the whole $100. Then travel, luckily, my mom ended up giving me and my sister a little bit of money before our trip, each of us. So that helped me definitely to not be even more over budget. So I was under budget $27.34. So basically the money she gave us, I spent, and then I took money out of my own travel budget, like past that. Okay, so now I could do the actuals. Let's start off with groceries. We have $250 minus $22.49. So I actually spent $227.51. Next is personal household, $188.37. I spent $313.37. Was part of that wig? I think I might have bought. No, I bought the wig the previous month. So yeah, I was out here, okay? It happens sometimes. $43.28. So restaurants, I spent $81.72. Not too bad. Then for gas, I filled up once and then I got a $10 car wash. That was $41.50 that I spent. Shopping, I spent $92.03. What is that? Miscellaneous, I spent $28.32, and that basically was birthday card and birthday money, basically. For my supplements, I spent $100.29. Business, I spent $0. And then for travel, $122.66. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these totals. So as far as my fixed expenses go, it was $624.42. And then variable expenses was $12.23. So the total I had budgeted for my expenses was $1,847.42. What I actually spent was $624.42. That's the fixed expenses. And then I'll add in the $99 for Apple. Then let's get into variable. $313.37, $81.72, $41.50, $92.03, $28.32, $129, $122.66. So my actual was $1730.82. And then I'm just gonna do the pluses or minuses over here to make sure that everything kind of lines up going vertical and horizontal. All right, minus $188.37 plus $43.28 plus $28.50, $107.97, $71.68, $271, $100, and then $27.34. So that leaves me $116.60. 42 minus 1730, 82. Okay, that's correct. Okay, so basically total overall and this actually should be green, so I'm gonna just do that. I ended up spending $116.60 less than what I budgeted for my fixed and variable expenses together. Now let's go ahead and get into the savings portion. So I'm actually going to do this in green. I do know that I sent $300 to my investment account. I know that for sure. Now let's get into the tax sinking fund. I ended up sending $57.25. For miscellaneous / investment sinking fund, I sent $189.05 and then another $76.43. That leaves me with $265.48. For my car sinking fund, car and travel is always the same. I sent $132.74 each. And all right, so let me go ahead and do the budgeted for the savings. $198.97, $99.49, $99.49. So I projected that with my actual savings account and the money sent to my investment account, I would save $751.10. What I actually saved was $265.48, $132.74, $888.21. And I am going to do the plus or minus just so again I can double check that everything going down and across is correct. So that's the same. $57.25 minus $53.15. I sent $4.10 extra to my tax sinking fund. For the miscellaneous, I sent $66.51 extra. Then for car and travel, I sent $33.25 extra, which makes sense because these two equal almost this amount. It's just off by a penny. So let's go ahead and add down. And then I'll be giving myself a grade. Ooh, it's gonna be rough this month, but I gotta be real with myself. You failed. Okay, $751.10 minus $888.21. That gets me that. Okay, so I spent $116.60 less than what I thought. It should have been more than that because I did not budget for Apple Music, and that's that. So I did save $130, almost $140 more than what I thought. However, this here is not okay at all. That's like, Lord. So the fact that I'm so severely over budget because I did not record my transactions properly, I'm actually going to give myself a C. No plus, no minus, just a C because I'm very disappointed in myself. And I'm going to make sure that I do better for October. So that's that. It might seem like a pretty hard grade considering I still did pretty well. I stayed under budget, but for me, I have to be hard on myself because that's the only way that I can keep up like with my finances the way that I do. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave them down below. Please thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.